on?
You are live.
What's up? We're the Freestyle Freaks on HamiltonRadio.net. I'm Ralphie Rotten, and this is Billy Kid. What's up? What's up? How have you been? How was your weekend?
Good, man. Coming off of the Wild Wild West Comedy Fest. Coming off of the show at Friendly's. I feel like both shows were phenomenal. You know what I mean?
Phenomenal.
Yeah, my performances were pretty much stellar. I didn't really perform much at my own event at the Wild Wild West.
You're that master host. You know that just host. You're not supposed to perform all the time.
I ain't do anything. I don't even think I might have got on stage like twice.
I mean, but you go in there, give yourself a cameo, give yourself, I don't know if you ever watched, those comedy specials and stuff where the host, he doesn't necessarily have a whole entire set. He just goes up, give a few, 2-3 minute jokes.
I didn't even do that. I was more like Russell Simmons from Def Comedy. I came up at the end. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. Good night.
He introduces the guest or the next comic up, and then so forth, and he comes up, hey, give him a hand, give him a hand, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't do that. I gave it all to Will. I gave it to Will Wright. Shout out to Will Wright for holding it down. I wanted to sit in the crowd. Like, I was a fan that night.
Well, I mean, listen, you've been working at this for a good almost 3 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's only right that you get to sit on your own show, on your own project, you know what I'm saying?
Every now and then.
It's
like, don't ask me for shit. I ain't saying no jokes. Yeah. I ain't getting up. Don't ask me for nothing.
You put this together. You've created something, a routine for people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, when people think about, the old Kathmandu, Thursday nights, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It was a routine. You know what I'm saying? It's people would say, oh, we're going here on, it was, here now, Thursday nights is your spot. You know what I'm saying? It's your routine. You know what I'm saying? You're able
platform.
to, you know what I'm saying? People coming out to see you, and what you bring, because you bring some level of entertainment. You know what I'm saying? And you've every year since, you've elevated yourself to a whole different level. You know what I'm saying? That being said, I don't know how your weekend has been, but mine was good.
Nice.
Took my daughter, I worked Saturday, took my daughter to rehearsal. She's working on another play. She's jumping right in, already almost doing 2, but she wants to do 1. She wants to focus, she likes to focus on one thing at a time. I received a gift card from a place, and I said, why am I gonna, buy something and just have it sit, or let me buy something where I can, invest in something and use something, to my ability, and use my abilities to take it to the next level. So that's what I invested that little gift card in. I don't know if you know what that. I'm not gonna show it. I'm just gonna. It's hold on.
Gotcha.
So I'm taking my shit to a whole new level. I started another job. I'm leaving my day job also for another job as well. That's gonna be soon. I'm gonna miss all the people I work with. I learned a lot.
You're the only person I know that does that.
What?
I go, I'm gonna miss people at the job. Made a lot of friends. I did it with Toys R Us, with this one. Me, I gotta get the hell away from these people. I seen you long enough.
Well, listen. You see everybody, on a daily basis. This is exactly almost a year to the date when I left Toys R Us. I left Toys R Us because I had to leave Toys R Us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I had no choice. But this stepping stone in my life, this page, this book, this chapter, is about to close. This chapter is going to close and another chapter is going to start to be written.
Supposed to do it.
You know what I'm saying? And it's I'm primarily is because I get a better schedule, I get a set schedule. There's things that I can't do on the weekends, where everybody else is doing on the weekends and I'm working. I'm saying I'm working almost every holiday. This time I'm not going to be working almost every holiday. I got the nights back, so I'm looking forward to it. I get to work on the side again. I get to DJ again. But what started was that I asked for my anniversary off, and they said no. So I was like, shit. I was already booked for a wedding, so I couldn't do that. So I said, okay. That same day, I had two things. I had to kill two birds with one stone. So, and I couldn't. So I said, I'm gonna get myself a different job.
Yeah, this sucks.
Right, doesn't it? So I couldn't DJ it, but I'm still gonna attend the wedding.
I don't know how many jobs are gonna, actually do this, but New Jersey's supposed to be putting a new law into effect that everybody gets a cumulative vacation time now. And before it was just like state workers, city workers.
Well, it's actually crazy. It's actually crazy you say that. This job is not gonna give me my vacation, but it is what it is. It is what it is. They're not gonna give me that, but it is what it is. They're not gonna give it to me.
They don't pay you for it? Or?
They're not gonna pay me.
Nothing.
They don't want to pay me. It's highway robbery.
Scammers.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, I look at it this way. I get my weekends back.
Right.
I get my nights back. Get more time with the family. More time to grind. You know what I'm saying? Today, somebody said, it's a Monday. It's just a Monday. I said, no, brother. It's a Monday. It's another day to grind. Every day's a grind. I said, because when God comes for you, it could be a Monday or it could be a Sunday. Or it could be a Friday. And it don't matter what day he's going to take you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Every day's a grind.
I don't get that when people like it's Monday, back to work or whatever.
Listen, it's still a grind. It's still a grind. You still gotta get up.
Work gonna
do
suck on Tuesday. It's gonna suck on Wednesday. It's gonna suck on Thursday. You know what I'm saying?
Work is work.
I try to eliminate that. I haven't said I had a bad day in a long time. No day.
Work is what you make it. And what you take out of it. You know what I'm saying? Fortunately for me, that I learned a lot from the job that I submersed myself, 50, 60 hours, sometimes 55 hours a week. You know what I'm saying? I jumped in it, completely. Dedicated myself to learning a different industry that I never knew before. You know what I'm saying? And, I know myself around a bottle. You know what I'm saying? I know myself around that kind of, section of the industry. So, I can take that with me for the rest of my life. And
it's still a good resume to have.
Exactly.
Yep.
And also, I use some of the techniques that I learned on, just carding and stuff. I use it on my other job now. You know what I'm saying? So everything I learned, it's helping this hand, helping that hand. You know what I'm saying? But I'm really looking forward to my next journey, my next chapter.
You familiar with any of the job description that you have to do, or any of the responsibilities, or you're just gonna be learning along the way?
Customer service.
Still gonna have to pretty much learn along the way.
I gotta learn it all. I'm going from, learning almost everything at this one job to going to another job and learning everything all over. But, you know what I'm saying? I think that the challenge is...
I'm sick of customer service, bro. How many accounts, man, I just be wanting to punch in the face till they head do a complete 360.
I can imagine. I can imagine. Listen, I work in retail.
The mouth of these
at the moment, I work in retail.
I be having to remind myself on a daily basis that, okay, these people talking slick, but they're not talking slick to me. Even though they're looking in my face and talking at me, they're not talking to me. What they're talking to, when they get all reckless at the mouth, they're talking to this name tag. And I got to keep reminding myself, like, as soon as they get all slick, like, I told you to, I catch myself instantly, like, right, my name tag. Because the moment that name tag comes off, or like I see them shopping or like some other stuff, and I've seen it before, personalities always switch. Then it's buddy, my buddy. Nah, bro. We left. Matter of fact, the last encounter that I had, I don't want to say the name of the establishment, but it's out in Ewing. And I drove in the parking lot, and I guess he had repaved or whatever. It was new. But there wasn't no cones, wasn't no barriers, wasn't nothing, letting me know I couldn't pull in there, which I've pulled in there numerous times. So he comes out flipping, screaming, and he made this comment. He was like, if I was younger, I'd kick your ass, and da-da-da-da. So I cut the truck off, stepped out. I'm like, excuse me. I'm like, come here, come a little closer. I couldn't hear you. So he's still all flailing off at the mouth, and he's breathing all hard. And I remember him coming up close. He was basically like an arm distance. And I closed my eyes, and I told him, I said, if your body, whatever part of your body touches mine, you're about to wear your new parking lot. I said, you're going to wear it. So he's like, well, come here after work, and when the college kids are here, he's bringing like all of these people. The college kids are here, and my nephews, and I said, listen, I come here with about 2 people, just 3, not a lot. Clear this whole place out. I felt bad in the end because I'm like, I expect more out of myself. Like, I understand why this man was mad, whatever the case may be, new pavement. I made an honest mistake. You have no barriers or nothing up. We're clearly both in the wrong if you want to look at it that way. But I wound up seeing him a year or 2 later down the line, which is only like a couple of months ago. And I see him, and he's not at work. I'm not at work, and it just changed instantly. He's like, listen, I know we got off on the wrong foot, and I know that things were a little bit crazy between it, but it was a formal apology, and I'm a bigger man too. That take a lot of guts. It take a lot of balls to do, to not like a person or have a disdain for a person, or like you don't get along with a person, whatever. And to be that first one to apologize, like, for your wrong, I'm gonna tell you that take a lot. And it take just as much courage for you to accept that person's apology and actually start it over.
I respect that.
Yeah,
there's some people.
I had to respect that.
There are some people in life that I just completely cut off. That I just completely gave up on allowing them to be a part of my life. Sometimes you just gotta get tired and say, "Hey, you know what? I can't accept an apology, or I can't keep apologizing for somebody else's mistakes." You know what I'm saying? Or somebody else's unwillingness to be civil or peaceful or real. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta. Sometimes there's people in life that you just gotta cut.
It's like you don't want to keep apologizing to them, and you don't want to keep hearing apologizing.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's
vice versa, back and forth.
It's like a broken record. You don't want to keep hearing that burnt-out song. That you're tired of hearing. You know what I'm saying? You're like, it's.
But like, if I could bury any hatchet, I would. I would do.
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean,
like, I buried a hatchet with a person right before they passed away. I was glad that I did.
Listen, I definitely get you. Burying the hatchet. There's a lot of. Listen, I've buried the hatchet more times in life than, left it or left heated. Let just the dust settle and just walk away. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna keep it real. I'm an apologizer. I really am an apologizer. Like, there's been a couple times, and even most recently in my line of work that I've gotten to a fight. I hope my job don't hear this, but I did. I got into a fight at my job. Somebody was going through my truck, and I didn't catch him personally. My helper did, and when he explained the guy to me. Because, like, I stopped this guy and I'm talking to him. I don't even know I'm talking to the person that was just in my truck. So my helper is, like, where he's standing, the guy can't see him. And he's telling me what the guy had on. He's like, yeah, he had on a blue shirt with, like, white pants, and he had a hat. And I'm looking at this guy, and I'm like, blue shirt, white pants, and a hat. And as he realized what was going on, I just start teeing off. Which, again, I expected more out of myself. Because I'm like, anything could have happened. This dude could probably have pulled out a knife, could have pulled out a gun. The cops probably could have came up. I'm not even in uniform. I'm just out there fighting. We just like 2 regular dudes fighting. Now we both arrested. My truck is pretty much abandoned. All type of scenarios. I wound up seeing him again a couple weeks later. And I told him, I said, listen, I was like, first off, I want to apologize. I said, because I did him greasy. And I'm like, I shouldn't have carried on like that. But I said, at the same time, you shouldn't be inside other people's stuff. Leave your hands to yourself. But I'm like, if it's one thing that you need to know about me is that had you came up to me and asked me, I would have gave it to you. That's the miscommunication right there. I'm like, now, here we are, me and you beefing. We out here fighting. I'm like, there's somebody out there, I don't know who it is, But that's exactly what they want.
Yep, exactly.
That's their gratification. That me and you out here fighting. Me and you out here scuffling over some material stuff that's pretty much dispensable. You know what I mean? And it pretty much cost us nothing. Like that stuff cost us nothing, but what me and you could both lose could cost us everything.
Absolutely, 100%, 100%.
You know, so I stepped up and I did the formal apology for that one.
Real talk. I'm constantly, you know, I'm not constantly, but you know, sometimes, often in life, I'm put in predicaments or situations that I gotta think fast. You know, either break this dude's neck, you know, be savage and just beat his ass, you know, or be civil and be peaceful and just say, you know what, there's better shit in life than just sitting here and fighting and, you know, it's allowing this to get to you. And that's what I do. I normally...
It's not even necessarily where we come from, because this type of stuff could happen in the city, it could happen in the suburbs, it could pretty much...
Real talk,
split decisions could happen anytime.
I more times, you know, I walk away because I got a family, I got jobs, I got a house.
The most important stuff,
you know what I'm saying?
And imagine giving that up for a brief couple of moments of physical gratification, and now you sitting in a cell, you just lost everything.
Well, I don't see it, to me, I don't see it as gratification. I don't gratify violence and fight. And I've never, you know, all the years that people know me, you know that I got hands. You know, and I can throw down.
That's what I mean. Like,
but the thing is,
by instant gratification, I felt good. I felt good at the moment because in a sense, I was waiting for a moment.
See, I don't glorify it because I don't like to do it. You know, like I'm good at it, but I don't like to have to do it. Don't get it twisted. If I got to do it, I got to kick somebody's ass. I would kick somebody's ass.
I need something professional. I need like a win, why, win, and weird. Like we go in the ring, like we throw some gloves on, and like but I don't want to fight in front of my kids. I don't want to fight and lose like everything I have. But it's like in a sense, I welcome it. But you got to be a civil beast. You got to be. You got to be civilized. But you got to be a beast too.
When to throw the hands is the question. But you listen. You know me. I'm a thrower. I'm a type of I will throw the hands anywhere if I need to kind of type of dude. Yeah. Like, you know what? But
at the same time, you gotta try to be smart about it.
I'm a very good-hearted person. I'm a very humble person. I'm a peaceful person. Word. You know, I'm like a sleeping giant. But you fuck with me, believe it, it's gonna be the last time you fuck with me. And I don't give a fuck who you are. That's how I am. You know what I'm saying? I love everybody, 100. But you fuck with me, listen, it's the worst shit you can do is fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Because then I'm gonna kick your ass. You know, it could be my daughter there, my wife there. You piss me off and you disrespect me in front of my family. You know what? Either I'm gonna cut you out of my life, or you know what, I'm gonna kick your ass.
But that's where you have to think, because the moment that you do that, and let's just say whoever's around,
listen,
your job is gone. You're away from your family.
If I have to,
there is no platform to talk about this.
I'm saying though, if I have to, don't get it twisted. Yeah. I'm a peaceful guy. You didn't hear that?
No, I said
100%. I'm gonna avoid every altercation. At all costs.
But at the same time, deep down, I welcome it. Like deep down, you like, you know, I kind of welcome
listen.
it.
I don't want people to think that I'm a violent person, because I'm not. You know, I try to avoid shit at all costs.
Clearly not what we try.
100%, I would try to avoid anything, any altercation, any violent, you know, anything that can escalate from here to there. You know, go to 0 from 100 real quick, fast. True story, real talk. You know, I try to avoid everything. You know, but like I said, if I'm put in that situation, life and death, that, you know, it's throw the hands and die, guess what? Survival of the fittest, you're going to see a monster out of me.
And in my mom's case, I went out to go visit my mom over the weekend, and she couldn't wait to tell me this story, that some people were standing in front of her house, some guy and 2 women, and he looked like a meth head. Like, he looked all messed up. And, like, they're just kind of scoping out the roof and like the windows, trying to see, I guess, like whether she had alarm systems, which she does, and they work very well. She got one of those doorbells that got the camera and stuff in it and all of that other stuff. But she couldn't wait to tell me. She's like, yeah, and you know, it freaked me out, and you know, like, had you been here earlier, like, you probably, you know, could have called me. I told her how those scenarios would actually been. Like, my niece wound up coming there a little bit before me, but when she said she saw them going to a house around the corner, I'm like, oh, that's all the information I needed. Because what better person to steal some stuff from you is a person that's right there in plain sight. a person like you won't even expect. They're right there inside your own backyard.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, well, that's all the information I needed. I'll pretty much take it from there. Like that right there, and I remember my mom's words. Like my mom's words were, as long as you don't go looking for it. Like, bruh, like when your mom.
That's always been my mom's.
Here, when your mom or your dad give you the green light, that's like Popeye taking spinach. You know what I mean? Like the worst thing that my mom could do is say, "Go get him."
That's been me.
And I'm on it. I don't care how big that person is. I don't care how many people that they with. Like you lose all sense of just humanity, of being a human being, everything. Like my kids are in trouble, like my mom or like my dad or something, and like they needed help. You block out pain, you block out fear, you block out everything. And that's how, I was going into that situation. But one of the things that she said before that conversation, and she said, as long as you don't go looking for it.
Yeah, that's always been.
That she knows that I know where they live at. But, if you can, don't approach them. Like, the situation is over. But I'm going to tell you like this. If it happened again, and that was my warning to the family. Like, if something come up missing out of here, something's coming up missing out of there. That's the best I can give you. If something comes missing out of here, something is going to go missing out of there. I don't care if it wasn't them. Y'all were the last people that were looking all guilty. And it might not have been you, but, your last encounter didn't help the situation. So, in other topics, though, man, I heard John Singleton passed away.
Yeah, it's...
What was your favorite John Singleton movie, man? Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, Poetic Justice, Baby Boy. What you got?
You just said them all.
Every last
in order.
That's like saying, like what's your favorite Michael Jackson song? You're gonna run through a lot of them. What's your favorite Stevie Wonder song? You're gonna run through a lot of them. I don't have just one. Stevie Wonder or Michael Jackson.
Listen, growing up, everybody tried to, if you didn't live in the hood or some kind of type.
He influenced so many people.
Of a hood setting.
Like, listen, it wouldn't be like I ain't gonna say it wouldn't be, but like you wouldn't get the clearer understanding of your Snoop Dogg's, of your Ice Cubes.
You wouldn't understand.
Like he brought life to these characters, like to that way of life.
Well, we would not understand what the West Coast picture of what the West Coast hood of Crenshaw. You know what I'm saying?
What couldn't John Singleton give you? He gave you the raw streets with like Boys in the Hood. Like you got a relationship with Trey. You got a relationship with Doughboy. We almost cried when Ricky got shot. Like I love seeing Morris Chestnut in other movies because I know that Ricky's still alive. Like it's like no matter how many times you watch that movie, you always just want Ricky to trip or cut, to go down like another alley or something. It hurt every single time.
And you always want. What's his name?
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah, Cuba Gooding. You always want him to really hit somebody instead of hitting the air.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All those wasted punches. You always want. He starts getting crazy, and then he just starts fighting the air, and I'm like, yo, just hit the wall or something.
I don't know. He had Nia Long though. Shout out to Nia Long because she's Trenton native. She got Trenton roots. But he gave you the raw, uncut streets. He gave you love. He gave you love with Poetic Justice with Tupac and Janet.
He gave us an understanding of what the hood was and how the hood is and what the hood could be like.
He gave you so many.
And he also gave you
man.
He painted a picture of what a different side of Tupac was. The only side of Tupac we knew. The only side of Tupac we knew was the thug. You know, the activist. The two sides.
Shout
of Tupac.
out to John Singleton for that, man, because he really gave Pac that side that like we knew was there with Dear Mama and Keep Your Head Up.
Isn't that crazy? He was the one who gave Pac the
Tupac
personality.
was supposed to be Baby Boy. Before Tyrese took it, that role was actually meant for Pac, man. Like Poetic Justice, like you
it's a classic. That's a legendary
movie. You grew to love
movie.
Tupac, like you grew to love him. Like Janet, that was the most I ever heard Janet Jackson talk. Well, besides being Penny on Good Times.
Janet was fine in that movie.
Hey, yo,
Janet was
man.
fine. You know I'm for real.
Hey, listen here. I lost sleep when they said she married Jermaine Dupri. That's when I knew anybody could find love. Like Shut up, Ruben. Shut up, Ruben. I'm like Jermaine Dupri. Same way with Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown. Like real rap. When Bobby Brown got with Whitney, as young as I was, I said, I can get with Whitney. I'm like, if me and Whitney Houston got locked in the elevator together for 3 days, she coming out my womb.
Peep this. That's what motherfuckers are saying about Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Nah. That I can't. Shout out to Jay, man,
right?
Because Jay,
Genius.
Genius. opened up the Webster Theater, man. And
did you hear about that?
He bought out Nas and he bought out Cameron.
Did you hear
Jim Jones.
that the bars about the tribute about to Nips?
Yeah.
Right? That was fire. That was some fire, man.
Saying how, he could never imagine that, he'd get killed in his own hood. It was like a conversation like he had just talked to him. And he was
having a conversation with the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And letting them know, this is what's going on.
That man bought that man bought Nas out. That man bought Jim Jones out. That man bought Cameron out.
They did their presidents.
Listen here.
That was good.
If it was ever a person, man, that studied the 48 laws of power, it's Jay. It's Jay. How do you get your enemies to kneel before you? It's like, you could say that you don't like this man. Like, he had the biggest clashes, industry beefs, man. The beefs ain't get no bigger than that. With him and Nas, he went up against Dipset alone.
But he's been friends with Nas for a minute now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially after Nas' mom had passed.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
They were friends for a
really
minute.
Drew him in. Yeah.
They were friends before Beyonce, basically.
Yeah, you could say that, man. And it'd be the entourages that build that hype up. These dudes really be cool. You know what I mean? But it got real. It got real with Jay and Cam, because Cam got shot. Cam got shot in Washington. Driving that pink Lamborghini, and one of the last things that Cam said was that they threw up the rock sign before they and I remember Jay getting emotional about that. Like, why would you say they threw up the rock? Like, why would you try to sabotage? Like, whether they did it or not. Like, it's the written code of the street. You don't tell. So they beef was real. Talking about I gun you down, even though like it was rap, but they entourages were real. Were very serious. Like Dipset, they was controlling things, man. Like early 90s, man. Early 2000, man. And Rock was just that enterprise, man. With State P and all of that stuff. So, when they split, things got real between them. So when I tell you, man, like, I could just feel the electric, man. Both, like, all of them was looking good. Just excellence at its best. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody had on suits and bow ties, and
it was
looking real good, man. They did their thing. Shout out to them, man. I hope they sign. The Rock Nation.
It was a historical, 100% was a historical show.
Facts. Yeah.
I mean, listen.
Beautiful. That was beautiful.
Listen, me. I don't
Genius.
Care. I don't care who signs with who. You know what I'm saying? It's about.
It's the statement behind it, especially after the Nipsey passing and all of that. It was.
I don't know. See, I don't know. See, I don't have anything about signing. I can't. I don't care if they sign or not. You know what I'm saying?
This is the reason I do. The reason I do is because when Jay signed D Block, he bought their publishing back from Puff and made them the locks all over again. What he's doing at Rock Nation is he has everybody. He pretty much has Future. He pretty much has T.I. He had Jim Jones first. Now he has Cameron, Meek Mills, all of them. And he's teaching these dudes how to go in the game and pretty much own your own masters, own your own publisher. These are the things that like a young Nipsey did out there with, what type of mentors. You know what I mean? Like very, very few artists own their own masters. And that's why it's important about signing and everything, because you sign to these record labels, you get this 360 deal.
You have no idea what you're
shackled. You are shackled. Like, we witnessed TLC go bankrupt. We witnessed MC Hammer go bankrupt. Like,
we witnessed the Jackson 5 gets, destroyed. TLC gets destroyed.
Yeah.
All these, B2K. You're talking about, who else? All these different types boy bands and female, bands, stuff.
And when you get a Jay, this is the difference with him, because not only did he come in the game owning his own master, so a lot of that percentage, if not all of it, well, now all of that pretty much go to him. That man owns everything that his name is on. Then Even if a lot of dudes own their own masters, you're still dictated on whether you go gold, platinum, or whatever.
Not necessarily, because
it's through sound. It's through sound scans.
Well, not necessarily. You know, it depends on the artist.
Now,
it depends on the artist.
Now, but again, I gotta go back to Jay because Jay
and also,
did that first with that Magna Carta when he said you had to download it through Samsung, and he sold 1 million copies that night.
And also, listen,
without the help of any industry,
you also have to create a media presence. You know, if you're the shit on social media, then you know what, you can sell. You know,
look at Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy blew up off YouTube.
There you go. Look at Justin Bieber.
Yeah, and now.
So,
like that's how the comedy industry is working now. When you get a Country Wayne, when you get a Hater Maker, Juno, Tony Baker, like these are dudes that people like might not have known of back then, but they know their names now. Like a DC Fly, you know what I mean? You know their names now because they buzz is crazy. They was dropping them viral videos, and it was just funny. It was something to watch, and you like, oh, these dudes getting paid off of this. Now they getting booked shows, and now like they not doing your show unless you paying $100,000.
Yeah. Listen,
smart.
It's that
smart.
That easy, that fast. You know what I'm saying? So,
hey,
you know, look at all different artists that made it. You know,
shout out to them. Shout out to them.
You
know who wasn't, they wasn't looking for a handout. Didn't no record label or nothing sign them. Nobody found them in something. They created their own little lane. That was their style, and they, capitalizing off of it now. And I feel like honestly, a look into the future, we're gonna be seeing a lot more of that. It's gonna be a lot more female R&B artists coming up. A lot more rappers who gonna blow up independently, and I really feel like, honestly, I feel like Soulja Boy started that. Like nobody blew up as big as him and faster than him without a deal, like just off straight social media.
Actually, I'll tell you another person who made a huge killing off ringtones. Chameleon Air.
Mm-hmm.
That dude,
he really did.
He invested. And he sold more ringtones in like 1 month or 1 week than anybody else. Some shit off that.
How do you still remember that? That was trending back then. How do you still remember that, man?
Because I remember all the gems. I remember all the, how do you think I knew who Nipsey Hussle was? The guy that sold his mixtape for $100. The only dude in the history of rap that ever did that.
I wanna,
you know what I'm saying?
I wanna stay in that Texas wave real quick, man, because
I'm keeping it real. How do most of us didn't know of his music on a spiritual, on a deeper level, but everybody knew who Nipsey Hussle. Like, yo, the dude that sold his mixtape for $100 and people bought it. You know what I'm saying? He's the only one that had a hot store. You know what I'm saying? In the hood. He was making moves. He was helping his community. It's a blueprint. I remember stuff like that.
That's a blueprint. That's a blueprint for anybody that's trying to walk inside that same path. If that's what you do, if you're a rapper or like such and such as a singer, like they blew up off it, study that.
I remember.
Study the blueprint. Because that could be you.
Tupac being two different people. Be like a thug, one day, and then the next day he'd be an activist, and you didn't know what Pac to believe that day. We didn't know what kind of Pac we were getting that day.
Was Tupac the first rapper that came out with the double CD? Because I don't think nobody had one out until All Eyes on Me. I don't think anybody had one out.
I think it was people already with a double CD.
I don't know. Rap, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna have to look that up. Matter of fact, if anybody that's tuned in and can Google that or something right now, just like who was the first rapper with the double CD? Nah. It wasn't Wu-Tang Forever.
It definitely was not Pac.
I probably say first clothing lines had to be Naughty Gear though, and I think Wu Wear followed next.
Wu Wear was first.
Nah, man, Naughty Gear.
Yeah.
They was killing it with Naughty Gear.
They were before. Wu.
Yeah, they was killing it with Naughty Gear.
But Wu took it to a whole different level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They did. They touched the multi-millions. And then here comes Jay with
you got white boys wearing Wu shirts, all right? You know what I'm saying? They're global. You know what I'm saying? Wu still sells out crowds. You know what I'm saying?
Word, yeah, and
You know,
the
and-
wallabies. I was mad. I never had a pair of wallabies. man.
And all the crowd is so diverse, man. People, you just never know who's listening to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, that message behind what they were always rapping about. Not only they were talking about the hood, but they were telling you a story about, what goes on in the hood
It
and
was
how you can do this better. And you know what I'm saying?
Listen, Wu was like the first artist over there messing with Japan, over there messing with Germany, over there
Canada.
touring out in Russia and all of that, man. Wasn't no rappers really doing it like that, man, because ain't nobody get their concept back then. Like, yo, why y'all over there over in China, until you learn that the China yen has way more value than the US dollar, or you go up to Europe and the euro has more currency value than the US dollar, and then you get that money, you build it up over there, but man, by the time you convert that over here, you done double, triple what you would have been doing for shows over here. That was a smart move. Like, the industry is full of innovators and entrepreneur thinkers, bro.
Well, it's not only about going out there and making more money. It's, are you bigger as an artist in one country, or are you bigger as an artist in many countries?
On a global scale, yeah.
Once you're an international
artist,
I'm
gonna tell you like this:
it's over.
Anybody
you're
that's sleeping on groups like Onyx and them, don't embarrass yourself and say nothing stupid like these dudes fell off. Just because
some of these guys are still touring. Some of these guys are still doing it.
Just because you haven't.
All you need is a couple tracks.
And listen, I witnessed the younger generation do this a lot. I witnessed them do this a lot. I remember arguing with one of the young boys at my job, and we was talking about Prince when Prince had passed. And he was kind of disrespectful with it. Like, yeah, man, like, wasn't nobody looking for Prince, man? Like, yeah, like, why everybody going all crazy? This is that and the third. And I wound up looking up. I wound up looking up Prince net worth, and Prince was worth about 150 million still. And of course, you ain't really see nothing from Prince, but that writing he was doing, his music catalog, that man never had to make music again. Mm-hmm. His net worth was up there with Jay and Dr. Dre and all of them.
He had his own. Prince. He had his own studio. He had his own
all of that. An elevator.
He had his own
elevator
spot,
in it.
An own spot dedicated to music.
Listen, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen. You get into them buku bucks.
We were just talking.
Hey, now listen. If you want to reference that name, you got to say a name like Michael Jackson. Michael
Jackson owns.
Did he own half of Sony?
Half of Sony.
Half.
He owned the whole entire Beatles catalog, the Beyonce's catalog, Eminem.
Countless. You can't even name all them artists. You can't even name
half the artists that were.
Bruh, it's movie stars. Yeah, it's athletes. Anything that was signed to Sony, not only was he getting a percentage of, even in death, his estate
is still
getting it. Yeah. We talking about a man that had a carnival in his backyard. He had a theme park. It wasn't no carnival. That man had Neverland.
Well, it's crazy. It's
talking about a man that had a whole theme park.
It's crazy that you talk about Michael Jackson.
That man had a giraffe, a monkey.
You know what him and Nipsey had in common?
What's that?
Do you know?
They were skinny and light skinned.
No,
just joking.
They were both friends with Dr. Sabi. I'm gonna leave you with that thought there. We'll stop talking about that.
Nah, man, because I'm about to get choked up, man, talking about Michael, man.
They both.
I'm about to get choked up, man,
because they both were friends with. Well, not friends, but they both
had encounters.
Well, I don't think Nipsey had an encounter with him.
You think we'll ever get somebody as big as Mike again?
I think so.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I think so. I don't think so.
I think so, 100%.
Name a country that didn't know about Michael Jackson. Name one. You can't even say the islands. You can't even say islands.
I'm not saying the whole world.
Hawaii, they knew about them.
Hawaii is not a country, it's a state.
Shut up. You know what I mean?
Just keeping it real.
Islands. Hey, Ruben, watch your mouth.
It's the real geography, baby. It's geography. Don't let me school you.
So guess what?
Don't let me school you.
Bruh, you were good at Carmen Sandiego back in the day.
Hey, listen, I wasn't good at that. I'm just good at what we talking about.
Anyway,
I'm just saying.
Yo, it wasn't a corner on this earth that didn't know about Michael Jackson.
I think there will be somebody bigger than Mike. Or just slightly just as big.
Ain't nobody passing out at no shows for none of these artists that's out now.
No,
that'll carried out on stretchers.
That'll never happen. But
ever ain't gonna be another Michael Jackson.
There could be. It could be Jay-Z right now.
Nobody is passing out for Jay-Z.
Obviously.
Nobody ain't even passing out for Beyonce.
I'm not talking about passing out for them. I'm talking about the popularity.
Shut up.
What is, listen, in net worth, okay, Michael had a lot, he owned a lot of stuff, okay? He was doing this, he owned catalogs, okay? What is Jay doing? He's doing the same thing. He's following
Watch this.
He's following the blueprint.
If sell one of Jay-Z shoes on eBay, what you think you gonna get? How much?
I don't know. I don't know.
Bruh, I think at best you gonna get about 100,000. Sell Michael Jackson glove for that same thing. How?
You're still gonna get 100,000.
I should throw.
I'm just saying.
Hey, listen, Ruben, cut his mic.
His mic. I'm not.
Michael's glove for 100,000. You can't even get one of the rhinestones off that glove.
I'm not comparing either one. I'm just saying that they could probably be on the on that length of each other.
How could you be so smart in geography? But dumb in music. We talking Michael.
Listen, we're talking about music here.
People will buy 100,000 for one of his eyelashes.
Remember, they tarnished his name, so his popularity.
I give a damn about that. We talking Michael.
We are talking about Michael. They listen. The media.
What is in that?
Beer. The media.
That's it. That's the problem.
No bullshit. The media destroyed his name. Okay, remember that. So there was reasons why the media destroyed his name. He wasn't. We're not comparing Michael to Jay-Z. On the.
Word.
We're talking about net worth. We're talking about.
I was just going.
Ownership of, this ownership of catalogs. You know what I'm saying? Like Prince. Prince was on that level. You know what I'm saying?
So Mike and them was like the real blueprints to the stuff that like Jay and them trying to achieve.
Absolutely.
And it's like you never know what form your blueprint is going to come in.
Absolutely. Look,
you know what I'm saying?
Everybody was hating on Michael, but Michael was everybody thought Michael was this young kid stuck in a grown ass man's body. But Michael was a very intelligent man.
Moves.
I mean, he was one of the most intelligent artists of the Jackson crew.
Really was.
Okay,
he really was.
The catalog, how he bought it, it was just, hey, they asked one of the Beatles, hey, you want to buy the catalog? He was, nah, I don't want it. And then Michael goes, I'll take it.
Michael had one of them personalities.
How he bought it, he made it believe that it was just something he was just buying, like he was just buying something sold at a store.
How you gonna deny Michael?
He didn't put too much emphasis into it, but he knew what he was doing.
Michael was one of them people that didn't need a pass for Area 51. He could just walk in. I want to see the alien. How does
and
that work?
And the thing is, people say, "Oh, it's just Michael." Michael was, Michael's smart. Listen, Michael will take that as a learning curve and understand. He put something in his movie or his video, or what I'm saying. Like every experience, he put it into his music, into his videos. I mean, you got to go back and watch his stuff.
Listen,
you'll learn something. You know what I'm saying?
One of his last songs is in that song, "They Don't Really Care About Us."
Yeah, he talked a lot of that was a song.
That's
part of the reason. Listen, part of the reason he got shut up is because of that song.
That's what happens, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Like once these people start finding themselves and they start getting more conscious.
He was woke. He was going.
That's what happens.
When he was in public, people, he was on stage talking to people in public. He was telling them like, "Yo, they lying to us. They
Facts.
we got to come together. They keep trying to keep us apart." And every time, this is Michael talks some shit. But listen, go back in those interviews and on those videos. Go back and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Tupac was coming back to that.
Tupac was
sadly.
was a fucked up individual. Yes, he's a legend, and I'm not taking anything away from his legendary status. Okay. But Tupac wasn't on that one mission. He had Suge Knight in his ear.
That's it.
Kept on influencing.
He wasn't a messed up person. It was the influence.
It was the influence that Suge Knight had around him. Suge Knight wanted a 24/7 gang. Gangbang.
Yeah.
He was gangbanging 24/7.
Yeah.
Some of those characters at Death Row were not artists. They were muscle. They were thugs. You know what I'm saying? When you're hanging constantly with thugs, you're gonna do thug shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what Pac did. Pac on one day, like I said, wanted to help the world and save the world, and the next day he hang with his thug shit. And guess what? The thug shit be in him, and then he be like, "Yo, I'm gonna kick somebody's ass." And then people didn't know how to take the Pac. People didn't understand if Pac was sincere about what he was saying.
Now,
you know what I'm saying?
Now,
you get
now,
me?
Now, look, what you're grabbing is different timelines out of his career.
This was not different times. This was simultaneously. You know, one month he would be like, "Yo,
one of Pac last interviews,
I'm stupid for being bad. You know, I'm gonna try to give back."
Tupac was going in about Death Row East right around that time, and that's a little bit. That's a little bit before he passed. Pac was grasping it because he wanted to break away from Suge. You know what I mean? He actually wanted to leave the label, but Suge
felt
said,
that he
"I'll
owned
give you an
him.
extension."
Suge felt he owned him because he took him out of jail.
That's why Suge said.
And he resurrected his career.
Said, I ain't gonna let you leave, but I'm gonna give you an extension to still give you, your space. Pac knew that influence was,
it was detrimental to him.
Out the worst of him.
It was gonna either get him killed, locked up, or him killing somebody.
In Big's case, Big died over there in Vegas because Big was growing. Big, in the mind. Big went over there with the mentality of, let me be the representative over here to let them know that it ain't no beef. But apparently, as you see, how no matter what hood you in or what coast you from, it's always a shitty cuz around.
Yep,
you know what I mean? It's always. Look
what happened to Nipsey Hussle. The dude built an empire in this neighborhood. Was giving back to his neighborhood, the neighborhood he loved, the street that he loved. He died on the very street in this place that he called home. You know what I'm saying? It's
from some dude named Shitty Cuz.
Exactly. There's always a shitty cuz out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, it's
waiting,
just messed up, but it's true.
Waiting on your downfall, and the reason that they mad is, and Farrakhan broke it down. He was like,
'cause there's no opportunity.
The people that's coming up, they gain their wings. You know what I mean? And then they able to fly above stuff. But then you got people that's on the bottom that's mad at you because they haven't yet learned the art, try to master the fly too.
There's the truth. There's the truth.
And that's it. Sadly, that's the truth, man. And it always seemed to come when a lot of these dudes are finding themselves. And once they find themselves, they voice change is different, and how they reaching the platform differently. Like Meek is another one. Meek would, come out with Dreams and Nightmares, and this is that and the third, and we felt him for his beat, his delivery, and all of that. Now, when he been through that ordeal, he got some substance in it now. Now I can't wait to see what's going to come out of it.
He had time to think.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been a Meek Mill fan. I've always been a Meek Mill fan. And I think he's becoming the voice of the East. You know what I'm saying? One of those voices.
I think music about to do this transition, and we gonna get to this conscious age where a lot of dudes gonna step up. We gotta get rid of mumble rap.
That's what I was just gonna say. I was just gonna say
is leaving our system.
Mumble shit has
mumble rap is leaving our system.
Mumbo jumbo. Get all the hell out of here.
Things out now between your little Kodak Blacks, between your Futures. Get it all out now.
Because I like listening to real lyrics. I like listening to. When I first heard Nipsey Hussle's, lyric with, I don't know if you got the chance to listen to that track. I listened to that a while back, and I said, "Damn, this." I knew when I listened to it, I knew that it was gonna be like, this dude's gonna be insane.
Mm-hmm.
The one lyric, he said, being honest, killing mamas when we sold work, give us options. I cold turk. You know what I'm saying? He'll go, he'll stop cold turkey. You know what I'm saying? Like that alone right there, he's saying, being honest. He started off as something like
Cali has something in store.
I don't know what my soul's worth. Nothing but this stuff is more than my soul's worth. Being honest.
Let me tell you.
It was. You gotta listen to that track.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you where Cali was going with this. Cali, collectively, was. They was about to take the industry by storm.
You know who musically helped mentor Nipsey Hussle?
Who's that?
P. Diddy. P. Diddy helped him produce some of his tracks, some of his.
He was about to make him a contributing factor.
Jay-Z.
Look,
Rick Ross.
Look at the roster. Look at the roster that was on. That was in Cali. That was young and conscious at the time.
Yeah.
Nipsey Hussle, J. Cole, and Kendrick Lamar. Between them three right there, they was about to bring that coast up. You understand?
Well, I like it's not that mumble rap. It's not that West Coast rap.
Heck
It's that.
no, they speak clear. Oh, they gonna reach you.
It's that.
I can't wait.
It's that
till
rap
whatever
that
come
can
out of their
hit
mouth.
one coast to another. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That you can turn on. You can be from any hood and say, you know what, I can rock with this. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's on another news. My condolences go out to the people of Sri Lanka. ISIS supposedly, took, responsibility for the bombings in Sri Lanka over the Easter holiday. Another one, my condolences is to the Jewish people at the synagogue in California. My condolences is with the family of the little child that the dude from the Mall of America just picked up and threw off the balcony. Listen, this world is savage, man. If you get turned down because you asking the girl for a number, don't take a child and throw him over the balcony. That child ain't do nothing to you. You know what I'm saying?
At all.
Like my shout out, man. My shout outs, to everybody, man. Everybody that's struggling out there. Everybody that's getting up, grinding every day. Living life. It's like it's the last day on earth, man. We only get one life. We're on some borrowed time. And it's what we do with our lives is what counts. It's how you live it. It's what matters. It's how you remember. If you're a dickhead to Joe Schmo yesterday and you die, guess what? Joe Schmo's gonna come to your funeral and say he was a dickhead. So just keep it real. If you get back to your community, you got a big heart. Joe Schmo's gonna come to your funeral and say, "Yo, that man was a good man," and your legacy will live forever. You know what I'm saying? It's I don't know what possessed me to say that. It's just I just figured I had to.
It's an awakening.
It's
Ain't no reason for it.
just saying, with the turmoil in the world, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, no matter
need more thinkers.
No matter what your political views are, no matter
Word.
what your religious views are, no matter what your color of your skin is, we all bleed red, doesn't matter. We all believe in one God. Listen, we all together in this together. We're all together in this. The energy you put out is the energy that you get back. You put the negative energy out, you're gonna get negative back. You put positive energy, guess what? Your shit's gonna be positive. Just keep real talk. You're just being, I don't know, man. I don't know. The last couple of shows, you kind of seen me, just get deeper. I don't know. I don't want to bore y'all, but
No. Like those are closing remarks right there.
But you get what I'm saying.
We would rather leave them with something conscious, something to think about. You know what I mean? Like that's
never. If you got some issues, don't be afraid to talk about them. You know what I'm saying? Something's bothering you, talk to somebody about it. Listen, if you need to talk to me, hit me up. I got you.
Look,
you know what I'm saying?
My thing is this. Don't get arrogant with life. You got one. Ain't no do-overs, ain't no reset button, don't no credits go up after this. Stop acting like you know what it is on the afterlife when none of us know. We all connected to the universe, every last one of us. The universe is in harmony, we gotta be inside harmony with it. Every element that's up there inside that sky is inside your body. If I'm wrong, stop me. Copper's in your body, silver's in your body, gold is in your body, platinum's in your body. We're all made, we're all one with nature. None of us has the right to be judge, jury, or executioner to take another person out. But what we can do is we could reproduce. What we can do is we could actually populate. What we can do is we could actually teach and catapult, our children to put us on a bigger, better platform than what we were yesterday's for our present to create a brighter tomorrow. You understand me? I understand that we got, it's all type of influence from the commander in chief to all the way to the janitor at the job with the attitude, all of that. You can only live for you. Do you understand me? You can only live for you. Whether they start at martial law tomorrow or whatever, it's what's on the inside of you that counts, because they could trap your body, but they can't trap your mind. You understand me? So I'm always learning. I'm always thinking. And everybody needs to do the same thing too. And anybody that encounter me, and I don't care whether we just had a conversation at the bus stop or whether we at the same stall in the bathroom, by the time we left that conversation, we both gonna learn something. You understand me? We're both going to learn something by the end of that conversation. I got to quote my man, Nipsey. Find your purpose. Are you wasting space? Are you wasting air? Find your purpose. Are you wasting air? You know?
Invest in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Invest in others.
I think I'm cool with that.
You know what I'm saying? You know, invest in your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? Invest in your time. You know,
facts.
You know,
That's the most important.
Don't you know,
stay away from dream killers.
Don't sell yourself short. Don't be afraid to take risks that are beneficial to you and yourself, your family. Be willing to grow. Be willing to learn to fail and grow with, you know, the failure, you know, and accept and embrace the growth. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, we're just leaving you with some you know, some deep.
It's my last thing right here. Yo, they say you take on the characteristics of the 5 people that you hang around the most. You take on the characteristics of the 5 people that you hang around the most. Me personally, I'd rather be around people that's thinking, and people that's innovating, and people that's, you know, trying to catapult and get bigger and bigger platforms.
People that make moves. You know?
Make a conscious effort and a conscious effort and decision to take your life and your will back. You understand me? Like for self. And you utilize that. You take all of that and you weed out. You pick out the ones that's more beneficial to you. Whether it come in the form of a woman, whether it come in the form of a man, a spouse, a counterpart, whatever. People at work, don't nobody tell you to sit next to the asshole every single day. Nobody even tell you to feed into them and pay no attention. You got options. You got choices. You know, so again, you take on the characteristics of the 5 people that you hang around the most. Choose that company wisely. Whether it be family members, whether it be whatever. Toxic is toxic. Don't give a damn. If it's a spouse, if it's a family member, it's whatever. Separate yourself from it.
Don't pick the dude that's gonna rob the bank and you're in the car waiting for him.
Yeah, because you hang around 5 thieves, and even if you're not a damn thief yourself,
you're with them.
Guilty by association.
Shout outs, brother. Shout outs.
Shout out to everybody that tuned in, man. Shout out to Hamilton Radio. Shout out to Ralph. Shout out to Ruben. Shout out to my family, man. Shout out to, you know, all of my good friends, man, that's still riding out and rocking out with me, who down for me. You understand me? Because, you know, you gain some on the way, you lose a lot more on the way. But at the end of the day, you know, you're always going to rock out. You know, it's always going to be you. You're going to, you know, remain yourself. So the most important thing is to remain humble. So shout out to everybody, you know what I mean, who remains humble, who remains real, who remains solid, who remains grounded. We need more people like you.
Shout out to everybody that's part of my life. On daily. Whether you got me on the book, whether you work with me, whether you're family. Listen, shout out to you. Shout out to all the listeners around the world. Shout out to listeners and viewers locally. Shout out to, you know, to Hamilton Radio that gives us this amazing platform. Without this platform, we would not be here, you know, just doing what we're doing. 5 years we've been doing this, so, you know, we're definitely proud of what we're doing here. We haven't done anything crazy, so we're still here. You know, shout out to Ruben. Shout out to all of, you know, the Hamilton Radio staff. Shout out to all the Hamilton Radio shows and the respected you know, host. Shout out to my wife. Shout out to my daughter. Shout out to my son. Special shout out to my wife. Tomorrow is her birthday.
Happy birthday, Linda. You know, happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthday, Linda.
Insider.
But you know, again, shout out to everybody. You know, we try to, you know, our mission when we come on is to just leave you with some random thought. You know, that, you know, I guess basically, you know, if you need
some good stimulating conversation.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
I know damn well we was pretty much occupied and intrigued. Hopefully you guys were too.
I mean, you know, and remember, we don't write this down. Like, look, we don't have pen and paper. We do this. We run it. We bounce it off each other. We feed off each other. You know, we do this. You know, we do this. You know, it's why we do this. You know, because I think we're good at it. I guess. Yeah. We're getting good at it, or we have a lot of practice doing it. But we're humble. We love doing this. You know, the viewers and listeners is what keeps us going. No, it's not teary eye. I'm just wiping my eye because I'm tired.
Crying like a little.
Well, real talk, you know, is a shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. I forgot you. You know, shout out to us. We're Freestyle Freaks.
I know.
You know, we're Freestyle Freaks. You know, on HamiltonRadio.net on Monday nights. This is Billy the Kid. I'm Ralphie Rotten, and we're out. Peace.
That's Ruben trying to walk behind the there.
Yo, he got it though. He walked behind the whole entire. You didn't see him at all.
Yeah.
As a first, he walked through the building. I mean, through the room without him being on set.
He ain't
You know,
showing the crack of his ass no more.
right?
Shout out to that.
Are we
Much
off?
love,
We
y'all.
got
much love.
much love. And we're out.